Welcome to A World of Shit, Episode 6. Once we admit that everybody produces shit and that we are much better at noticing other people's than our own, we need something more reliable than disgust. Calling something bullshit may be satisfying, but it doesn't tell us what's wrong with it, how much damage it's doing, or whether our judgment is any better than the thing we're judging. If World of Shit is going to be more than an entertaining insult factory, we need to show our work. That's what the rectum scale is for. Rectum gives us 6 questions for examining a claim, a belief, practice, policy, institution, ideology, system, or behavior. Reality, effects, control, truth, unequal burden, and misalignment with love. The name may be ridiculous, but the questions are not. Together, they force us to look beyond whether we personally like something and ask what it actually does in the world. Reality asks whether the thing accurately recognizes the situation it claims to address. What facts are being noticed, ignored, exaggerated, minimized, or invented? Every solution depends on some picture of reality, and a distorted picture almost guarantees distorted results. Good intentions cannot compensate indefinitely for refusing to see what is actually happening. Effects asks what happens because of it. Intentions matter, but consequences matter too. Who benefits? Who is harmed? What happens immediately and what happens later? What incentives are created? What unintended consequences appear? Something can sound compassionate, efficient, patriotic, religious, profitable, or sensible while repeatedly producing results that contradicts its stated purpose. Control asks how much coercion, manipulation, domination, secrecy, intimidation, dependency, or unnecessary restriction of agency is required to keep it working. Not all control is wrong. Societies need rules. Institutions need authority. Parents must sometimes constrain children, and dangerous behavior may require intervention. The question is whether the degree and form of control are proportionate, accountable, transparent, and genuinely necessary, or whether control has become an end in itself. Truth asks how the thing responds when reality pushes back. Can it tolerate evidence, criticism, dissent, correction, uncertainty, and honest questions? Does it change when the facts change? Or does it attack the facts, the messenger, or anyone who asks inconvenient questions? Error is inevitable. Bullshit becomes more dangerous when protecting the belief becomes more important than discovering whether the belief is true. Unequal burden asks who gets the benefits and who gets shit on. Every policy, institution, economic arrangement, cultural expectation, and interpersonal relationship distributes benefits, costs, risks, responsibilities, protections, and opportunities somehow. Unequal outcomes are not automatically unjust, but recurring arrangements in which powerful people capture the benefits while less powerful people absorb the cost deserve close examination. This question is especially important because the people designing a system are often not the people living with its worst consequences. Finally, misalignment with love brings us back to the helm. Does this arrangement respect relationship, dignity, responsibility, compassion, appropriate freedom, Honesty, forgiveness, correction, and repair? Does it treat people as participants in a shared reality or primarily as obstacles, resources, enemies, consumers, dependents, or instruments? Love does not require softness. Sometimes love confronts, restrains, refuses, exposes, or demands accountability. What distinguishes it is that relationship and the larger good remain the purpose rather than domination, punishment, exploitation, or self protection. Each dimension can be scored from 0 to 5, giving a maximum rectum score of 30. The number is not scientific, and pretending otherwise would itself be bullshit. Its purpose is disciplined comparison. A score forces us to explain why we think something is harmful instead of simply announcing that we hate it. Two people may score the same issue differently, but then we have something worth discussing. Which facts are we using? Which effects matter? Where is control occurring? Who bears the burden? What conception of love and responsibility are we applying? That is the point. The rectum scale is not an oracle. It is a tool for making judgment visible enough to examine. It can be aimed at capitalism or socialism, Christianity or atheism, Democrats or Republicans, management or labor, billionaires or bureaucracy, institution or individuals. And if we're serious, at ourselves. Nobody gets a theological, political, financial, institutional, or personal exemption. So when we say something scores 27 out of 30 on the rectum scale, we should be able to explain exactly where the shit is coming from. Then we can move to the question that matters even more than score. Whose shit is it? And who needs to do something about it?